Previously on Central Park West.
You don't know the first thing about editing a story.
I'm the one that suggested Mark and had to fight to get him the assignment. What problem do you have with me?
I appreciate your interest in me. I can't return it.
I see.
What did you say to Peter?
I told him everything. We've been sleeping together.
Rachel, calm down.
Hi, baby. Ooh, I wish I was with you right now.
Don't worry.
No one's watching but me.
He has cameras in my apartment.
Hey, this guy is sick.
Look, just hold me. I just want to feel safe for a minute.
Your Prince Charming has turned into a frog.
What?
I hear he's sleeping with Nikki Sheridan.
The walls are thin, so we have to be very, very quiet.
The door was locked.
Really? I had no idea.
Yes.
Miss Dennis, I'm James Clarkson, the hotel manager. May I?
No. No, you may not. I was just having my breakfast. Inedible though it is.
Unfortunately, we have a problem. Your hotel bill currently stands at over $15,000, and your credit card has been declined.
Declined. Well, I mean, there must be some mistake.
I wish there were.
Fine. I'll charge it to another card.
Yes, well, we have taken the precaution of running a credit check. I assume you're aware of what it said?
Let's not be so hasty. I'm sure that you and I can come to some sort of understanding.
Miss Dennis, not only do you underestimate my professionalism, but you overestimate your charms.
How dare you insinuate that I would? I am thrilled to be leaving here. You, Mr. Clarkson, are an incompetent pervert. And you've crossed the wrong person, because I am on my way to becoming one of the most important women in New York.
That may be, but at the moment you are also on your way out the door. We'll have a taxi waiting.
Ooh.
I'd be waking up in an empty bed. I never would have given you this assignment.
I have an idea for the lead. I just want to get it down before I forget. Steph, come on. It's a first draft.
Do you always show me stuff you're working on?
This is different, and you know it.
Never believe I'd be saying this, but I gotta give Carrie credit. She's been working you like a dog. It's a little weird, though. Keep wanting to ask you how it's going. Hey, don't worry, I won't.
You can help me with my research. I'm going to the Giants game after work, learning to love the new home team.
Oh, I'd love to go. We're closing the issue. It's always a late night. Between your mornings and my nights, we need a week in the Caribbean.
I'd settle for a couple of hours.
You know what? I heard about this fantastic place. It's supposed to be like a country inn in the city. Fireplaces, four-poster beds. I think it's called the Old Gramercy Inn.
You, Mrs. Merrill, have yourself a date.
locking the door. Very unfriendly. You really know how to hurt a guy's feelings, you know?
I've had it with your games, Allen. What you are doing is sick and illegal, and I have enough evidence against you to press charges, so if I were you, I'd back off.
Relax. I just came by to give you this. It's my parting gift.
No more gifts, Allen.
Please. I insist.
An eviction notice?
You expecting the Hope Diamond? I don't give baubles to girls for sleeping with my stepson.
You bastard.
Thank you. 3 days should be enough for you to get rid of this crap, and then you may want to hop a Greyhound bus. Go discover America.
You are not running me out of New York.
You know, this can be a very cold town for a girl with no bankroll and powerful enemies.
One way or another. I'll get you for this.
I'm terrified. Thanks for the memories.
This is what happens when you give a Pulitzer Prize-winning author free rein and $25,000 for a piece on the evolution of the Manhattan male ego. A 10,000-word discourse on the size of his penis.
Ooh, can I take it home?
Believe me, Carrie, it's a sleep aid, not an aphrodisiac. What else have we got in the bank? What about the Camille Paglia piece? I don't want to rush her on it. Besides, I'm trying to convince her to make it part of a series.
I got a set piece from the new Spike Lee movie.
Any good?
To be honest, not great on its third rewrite.
Well, there's always Mark's piece.
By the end of the week, I think that's pushing it.
Actually, I happen to know Mark's already started writing.
Well, I wouldn't want to pressure him.
I'm gonna count on him, unless you tell me otherwise. Thanks, everyone.
This is one article I'll actually read.
All I can say is I'm glad she's not your type, because she certainly is mine.
Look, if you're happy, then I'm stunned.
You know what? Let's have dinner tonight. 4 of us.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. For one thing, Alex isn't really crazy about Rachel.
It's different now. She's with me. Come on, it'll be my treat.
Okay. 8 o'clock, the Zinc Bar. And I'll be having lobster. Hey, I was just about to call you. What are you doing down here?
Peter, we have to talk.
What's wrong?
I had a really interesting interview yesterday with Allen.
Oh, yeah, the story he promised. Anything worth running?
I'm not sure. Would you like to hear it?
Alex, what's this about?
Tell me, before you slept with Nikki Sheridan, did you tell her you loved her too? Or is that some special routine you made up just for me?
That's what he told you? And you believe him?
I don't know. Is it true? Is it?
Alex, you've got to understand the circumstances.
Oh, I understand them perfectly. It's that you can do whatever you please to anyone, anytime.
She came to me for help.
Is every female a charity case to you, Peter, in need of one of your donations?
You want to let me explain?
No. God, what a jerk I was, thinking we actually had something special.
You know, I seem to remember a girl who once told me that we should forgive each other one mistake.
That girl was an idiot. This one isn't.
I want to thank you for meeting me on such short notice.
It's always a pleasure to buy a beautiful woman lunch. Especially when my name is on her paycheck. So? What's the big emergency?
Well, it's not an emergency exactly. Just an egregious abuse of editorial power.
Ratting on Stephanie Wells again, are we?
I'm just looking out for your interests.
Mine? I think you have your pronouns confused.
Mr. Rush, I know how much you abhor nepotism. Yet despite your unwritten code against it, Stephanie Wells has offered a cover story to her husband.
Has she?
His previous journalistic credit consists of an article on fly fishing in Field and Stream. Not exactly Pulitzer material. And worse yet, just this morning, Stephanie actually yanked an article by a best-selling author who has won a Pulitzer so that she can give her husband's story better placement.
Glad you told me this.
Well, it's the sort of bad public relations that can sink a magazine.
And its editor-in-chief?
Well, you would know best about that. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your valuable time. Thank you.
Why don't I see a computer in sight?
Come here.
Today, we really have to focus on the article.
Carrie, it's 5,000 words. I can do it in my sleep.
I just can't stop you, can I?
As long as I have an excuse to be with you, I'm gonna take advantage of it.
You should be spending this time at work.
I am. Right now, I'm at the Giants game.
Bill, when you're having dinner with people, it's polite to wait for them.
It's only Peter.
Consider this a lesson in discipline. You need the practice.
Hey,
Hey,
look like hell?
Next, work on tact.
Where's Alex?
she's not gonna make it tonight.
Oh, what a shame. Why not?
We broke up today.
You did? Right. I know what this really is. Round 4 of the Bartoli-Fairchild love match. By this time tomorrow, you'll be back together again.
No, we won't. I guarantee it.
But you two are so well suited. Can't imagine what went wrong.
I'd rather not discuss it. In fact, you'd both be doing me an enormous favor by never mentioning her name again.
Well, all right, Peter, if you insist. What is it? Not a word to me on the taxi ride home. Have you been struck dumb?
I'm surprised you even noticed with your mind racing around Peter and Alex. Come on, Rachel, I know what you're thinking.
Gil, the day you know what I'm thinking, the earth will stand still.
What are you saying? You're not interested in him anymore?
Well, if I were, what would I be doing here?
You mean between me and Peter, I'm the one you really want?
Not if we continue playing this paranoid version of 20 questions.
I just want to know where I stand.
Well, let me illuminate you.
Let's go back to your hotel. We can do it on the terrace.
Some other time. For tonight, this dump will do.
You know, I'm not always gonna live here. Someday I'm gonna have a penthouse. A place that'll blow your mind. And then maybe you'll move in with me.
Maybe then. Maybe even sooner.
What happened? Can't go into overtime?
Traffic. Took an hour just getting out of the stadium parking lot.
So how was it? Who won?
Shh. We can talk in the morning.
Did you take anyone?
No, I asked a couple people at school, but everyone was tied up.
You smell pretty good for a man who just spent 3 hours in a football stadium.
Do I?
Come here.
I'm sorry, I'm just beat.
Let me revive you.
Maybe in the morning.
No, we're always in such a rush in the morning.
Well, we'll get up extra early.
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. It's okay.
Alex, I know how you feel. Consider it a change of pace.
Have you spoken to John about this? Because it sounds a lot more like a demotion. reporting who wore what and repeating vapid party chatter. It's the sort of pap Lisa Monroe puts in her column. Why can't she cover this fancy fundraiser?
She can. She doesn't have an in.
And I do?
Definitely. The chairwoman is Linda Rush. Take some notes, make nice to the guests. Who knows, maybe you'll stumble on a real story.
Come on, Ben, it's not my beat.
Alex, you're dating the hostess's son. It's not like you're not going to be there already.
As a matter of fact, you're wrong on both counts.
I am? Well, what happened? Oh, he dumped you, huh?
Actually, it was the other way around.
You're better off. Oil and water, as they say. Any plans to put it in print?
None whatsoever. That's how I got in this mess in the first place.
Personally, if I were in your shoes, I'd want to show the guy I was doing just fine without him.
Anything to get me to this party, eh, Ben?
Take the afternoon off. Buy yourself a dress, get your hair done. When Peter Fairchild sees you tonight, I want him to suffer and know he made a big mistake.
One that I'm gonna make sure he regrets.
I have a benefit tonight. Not that I need an excuse to shop. I think this would look quite striking on you. Red, it's this year's black. No, I need something really special. Really special. Like this. I'll try this one.
Linda, I wouldn't even bother. Your husband already bought it for you.
Allen bought me a suit.
A few days ago, we had it delivered to his office. But didn't spoil the surprise.
Oh, don't worry. When I see it, I'll be surprised. I'll take it to keep in Palm Beach.
Oh, I've never known you to buy in bulk before.
This is an exceptional suit.
Well, an editor who actually edits. These days, that's almost an anachronism.
Camille Polia's first draft. So far, it's fabulous.
Bully for you. I bet you say that about all your writers, especially our latest freelancer. Was it Mark Wells?
His name is Mark Merrill.
Ah.
And you're right. I always look forward to reading his work.
I hope your readers do, too. Because aside from sleeping with his boss, I fail to see how he rates a byline here.
I hired Mark because of his talent. So that's not only an outrageous slander of him, but a personally offensive remark about me.
Bravo. She finds her claws, at last.
Maybe. But unlike some people, Alan, I don't get my kicks from showing them.
Don't worry. You will.
I just don't want it to look so officey. You know, I was thinking more couches, some overstuffed chairs. I don't even think I need the desk. Not now, I'm busy.
As am I. I need to talk to you.
Give us a minute, but don't go anywhere.
So, what's he designing? A fold-out bed for your writers' conferences?
Get to the point, assuming there is one.
I know all about you and Mark, and I'm this close to telling Stephanie, too.
So, who's stopping you?
You're bluffing.
Well, maybe I am, but there's only one way to find out. You really think Stephanie's going to be grateful for your information? Oh, but please go ahead. I'd love to see her shoot the messenger.
Just so you know, your secrets are not safe with me.
Hey there. Is this a bad moment?
Of course not. Just hunting for new gallery space now that I'm being dispossessed. Just so you know, I was going to call you as soon as I worked up the courage.
Nikki, I'm sorry about what happened.
Not as sorry as I am for not telling you that it was Allen, even as I involved you in the whole ugly thing. And now, after the other night, I just hope it doesn't affect our friendship. Because considering who my enemy is, I need all of the friends I can get.
You've got me, Nikki. You know that.
And I would really hate for Alex to find out.
Doesn't matter. She already has.
You told her?
Allen beat me to it.
He must have had me followed. Peter, I want you to tell her the truth about me. The affair with Allen, everything. If she knows, maybe she'll understand.
I doubt it. Knowing her, you'd end up on page 1 of the Globe.
And it's over between you?
It's not your fault. This was just the last straw. Listen, are you free tonight? My mother's hosting this big benefit.
You'd ask me to be in the same room as Allen?
Nikki, if you crawl under a rock, he wins. Show up and let him know you're not afraid.
All right. I will. And I know just what I'll be wearing.
Linda, come on. You're late for your own party.
Well, what do you think?
You look great. You always do.
Why, thank you. It's new, you know. White suits me, though I seldom wear it. Not even at our wedding, remember?
White is for virgins, and you had 2 kids. Come on.
And you bought this same suit for someone else.
You know, maybe if you had a real job, you'd have real problems instead of these make-believe melodramas you concoct in your head. Come on.
I don't know who she is, but when I find her, and I will, I'll make her sorry you two ever met. Shall we?
$100 as benefit tickets cost. I think they'd spring for some free champagne.
Gil, I do hope you're not going to do anything as tacky as ask my boss to reimburse us.
No. I was thinking of sneaking home some of these glasses. That is, if they meet your rigid standards.
Thank you. How long have you two been together?
Not long. Took me a while to reel her in.
How flattering. I sound like a trout.
All I meant was you're a major catch.
I must say, she does look especially fetching tonight.
Who?
Your wife, of course. I think she looks amazing. What's her secret?
You're looking at her.
I wonder where Carrie is. Has anyone seen her?
Oh, there she is. Looks like Vampira's found her next victim.
Good for her. I should be doing the same thing. There's so much money in this place, I feel like I'm getting a contact high.
Well, don't just stand there, darling. Work the room.
You know, I think I should work it a bit, too.
See ya.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Yes, you have. Several times.
Alex, I didn't expect to see you here.
Obviously. So your stepfather was right. You do hit on anything that moves.
Just show up to get your digs in?
Oh, I forgot. The whole world revolves around you. Well, brace yourself, Peter. You're in for a shock. I'm here on business, not to see you. So if I were you, I'd stay out of my way.
With pleasure.
There you are.
Rachel, hi. Where's Gil?
Hitting up some unsuspecting guests for their money. You know, you're wise to keep yours out of his reach.
Am I?
Look, I don't mean to be derogatory. It's just one should separate the personal from the professional. I mean, you understand that. So do I. I don't believe Alex Bartoli did.
I'd say that's an understatement.
And I have to say I have the world's worst timing. Just when I start seeing Gil, you become a free man again.
Rachel, let's get one thing straight. There never was, is, or will be anything between us.
Well, you certainly are straightforward this evening.
Maybe that's because Gil's my best friend, so no more conversations like this with me or anyone else.
Do you think I'm blind?
What?
The second I walk away, your Peter Fairchild radar turns on and kicks in. I am warning you, Rachel. I won't stand for it. And if I know Peter, neither will he.
Well, that is very apparent, given what he just said when I asked him to invest with you.
He did?
Yeah, well, don't get excited, darling. Scrooge was more eager to part with his pennies. You know, for someone who calls himself your best friend, when it comes to cash, you might as well be a stranger.
Carrie, I need to talk to you.
I'm sure whatever it is, it can wait.
Now.
Where are we going?
I need some air. Let's go.
Who was that guy anyway?
Why do you
care?
I just didn't like the way he was coming on to you, that's all.
You know, there must be a mistake because you're confusing me with your wife.
Does that clarify things for you? God, you look so beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
Maybe I should include this in my story. Best place to escape a dull party.
Listen, sweetheart, why don't you be a good little spouse and scurry back to Stephanie?
You know you're driving me crazy.
Just trying to honor your marriage vows.
When am I gonna see you again?
You're a desperate man. You'll figure it out.
I think the Plaza has the most elegant ballroom in New York.
Excuse me a second, will you, Bonnie? What the hell are you doing here?
What better place to show off your beautiful gift? Well, what do you think?
Get your ass out of here before I really make your life a living hell.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Are you threatening me?
Nikki. What a surprise.
Linda. Well, it seems we have the same taste in clothes.
In clothes and in men.
Excuse me a moment, ladies.
Not so fast. You're not going anywhere. Tell me, does Allen have you on allowance? He's notoriously stingy. But I imagine you drive a hard bargain, judging from the way you dealt with my Renoir.
I swear I never said a word.
You expect me to believe a two-faced sociopath who's scaling the social ladder on her back?
Isn't that how you did it, Linda?
Stay away from my husband and my son.
Carrie. This is a surprise.
Certainly is. Is there anything that you want to tell me?
I'm sure you know it all by now.
I do. I just wish that you'd been the one to tell me. You are my best friend.
And Allen is your stepfather, so I'm sure you understand. Besides, I was afraid of what you would think.
Just that it was temporary insanity. Allen?
Like I told Peter, it was a huge mistake. And I'm paying, believe me. Allen just gave me 3 days to get out. Everything that I've worked so hard for is gone.
I'm sorry, Nikki.
I keep telling myself it's better this way. But the truth is, I'm terrified. I have no idea what I'm going to do.
I do. He needs to be taught a lesson.
I don't think you realize how dangerous he can be.
And you don't realize that I'm his worst nightmare. But you will. And so will he.
Word is you had front row seats for the fireworks last night. Sorry? Oh, come on. It's all over town. Alan Rush's wife and girlfriend show up in the same suit at the same benefit and practically claw each other to death. I don't suppose you got the girlfriend's name.
My sources are my sources, and that's how they stay. That is your philosophy, isn't it, Lisa?
So, who is she?
Nikki Sheridan. She runs a Shishi art gallery down in Soho.
Who's your source?
Me. I saw the whole thing. I just wish I had a photographer when Linda Rush doused her with a glass of red wine. It was a real Kodak moment.
This is Donald Marlon Ivana on the slopes of Aspen all over again.
Wait, it gets better. Not only is Nikki Sheridan doing the husband, she's also betting the son.
Whoa, whoa. Hold on a minute. I'm beginning to wonder why you're so hot to write this.
No, come on, Ben, it's all true.
We may not be the New York Times, but this paper prints stories, not vendettas. You almost got us sued for libel once. I'd rather not take that chance again.
What are you saying? You're not going to use this at all?
Give it to Lisa. We'll print it as a blind item.
No way. This is my story. It belongs on the front page, and you know it.
What I know is I need more than your word. Photographs, hotel receipts, taped interviews, something solid.
Fine. You'll have them.
Then you'll have a front page story.
Thanks, Mother, for coming on such short notice.
You were very mysterious on the phone. What is it that you just had to see me about?
Nikki Sheridan.
I see. That subject is not open for discussion.
You're not thinking this through.
Don't even try to defend her. She may be your friend, but she's having an affair with my husband.
Which is over, by the way. Besides, Nikki's not the one who's the enemy. Allen is. Did you know he owns her gallery space? Well, he's kicked her out, and he's trying to blackball her all over town.
You expect me to be sympathetic?
Mom, I know you're hurting, but you're looking at a golden opportunity staring you right in the face.
What are you talking about?
Believe it or not, Nikki's hurting too. And under the circumstances, I'm sure she'd be more than willing to share all sorts of juicy tidbits. The kind that could make you a very, very wealthy divorcee.
The way your mind works, it's positively Machiavellian.
What can I say? You raised me well.
Why don't we take our drinks out to the terrace?
Steph, that was delicious. I'd ask for the recipes, but what would be the point?
I would kill to see you slaving over a hot stove.
You know, when I first got married, my husband asked me what I wanted for a wedding gift. I said, a cook.
Will you excuse me for a second? I just got an idea for my story. I want to go make a quick note.
On deadline, he's a different man.
Hello?
I cannot stop thinking about you. I have to see you tonight.
Who is this?
I'll be there as soon as I can, probably around midnight.
Ooh, we are living dangerously.
I say stay out of it. It's none of your business.
You have a responsibility to your friend.
What did I miss?
Rachel was just saying that she has an ethical dilemma.
Yeah, a friend of mine, someone I'm quite close to, doesn't know her husband's having an affair.
The question is, how do you know? Maybe you're wrong.
Oh, no. No, he's been quite obvious about it. The paradox is, it seems that he's also in love with his wife.
He couldn't be. Otherwise, he wouldn't be capable of doing this to her.
Interesting. What do you think, Mark?
I think you can't possibly know what's going on inside someone's head.
You see, like I said, stay out of it.
All right, I will. At least for now.
I'm gonna go inside and get some more cognac.
Stephanie, you've got him well trained.
Carrie, come on, it's me. Carrie! Carrie, come on, open up! Carrie! Carrie! Carrie!
Finishing the article? We need it by this afternoon.
I'm finishing it now, Steph.
Great. I'll take a copy with me when I leave.
No, I have to bring it to Carrie first. Now, would you mind leaving me in peace so I can finish this?
Boy, I should get a sign. Danger right around deadline.
Careful with that one.
Right, easy.
How sad. You have to leave your perfect space.
Linda, I know you didn't come here to express your sympathy.
No, I didn't.
A check?
That should cover your next 6 months' rent.
You're going to back me. What's the catch?
You were very close to my husband. Surely you kept some mementos of your liaison? Gifts, photos, hotel receipts? Perhaps you even overheard a useful conversation or two concerning his business dealings.
You want me to give you evidence against him?
A rather crude but accurate way of putting it. In exchange, you'll have funding for your gallery and the satisfaction of burying a man who made your life difficult.
You have a deal.
Fine. Just for the record, that's all that it is.
Understood. And Linda, I am sorry.
Just get the information.
Carrie, where were you last night?
Oh, so now I see we've gone from being the chaperone to the inquisitor.
I stood outside your door for an hour. Do you know the risk I took coming down there?
Well, it was your idea.
Where were you?
Asleep.
Alone?
Come on, honey, you gotta calm down.
I finished the article.
Oh, well, that's cause for special celebration later.
I'll supply the champagne. Call me when you're ready.
You bet I will. Well, your husband met his deadline.
Great. How's the article?
Inspired.
Where's Mark?
Oh, he didn't come by and see you before he left?
No.
Oh, he said he was going to. Oh, well, maybe he did and you stepped out. Anyway, happy reading.
You wanted to see me?
I just read the Rush story and I love it. Now you have backup for all this? Because this is very explosive stuff. Yes?
Alex in with you?
Yes, she is. It's for you.
Bartoli.
Alex, Alan Rush. Close your mouth, honey. You're catching flies. Now listen, before you run your little expose, I want to have a talk with you.
What expose? I'm working on several.
Just meet me tomorrow, Four Seasons Restaurant, 1 o'clock.
I don't think I can make it.
You can and you will, because you're a smart girl. See you tomorrow.
What was that all about?
Hold that story. I think it's about to get juicier.
Hey, I got the galleys from the Gucci shoot.
Thanks.
Hey, what's wrong?
Mark's article. I don't know what happened to him. Usually his prose is clean, sharp, evocative. This is rambling, unoriginal.
Well, no doubt you're being too harsh because he's your husband.
I wish I were. But I've read this twice, and I can honestly say this is the worst thing he's ever done.
Seriously? I mean, is that bad?
And it's not for lack of effort. I'm reading this, I really have to wonder what's been occupying his time. I can't run this. If Alan sees this?
Stephanie, I don't think you have a choice. You just got to tell Mike the truth.
He'll be crushed.
Yes, but unlike Alan, he'll forgive you.
I'm not so sure. When it comes to his work, Mark can have a pretty thin skin.
You'll get through this. Do you mind if I look?
Go ahead.
Mr. Rush's office.
Yeah, hello, this is Rachel Dennis. I'm sending Mr. Rush an urgent fax. Bring it to his attention immediately.
Got it.
Me, the grouch. Can I take a frazzled editor to dinner?
Please. It's been a long day.
Really? Anything interesting come across your desk? Like maybe a piece by that up-and-coming writer, Mark Merrill?
Yeah.
And?
I need to read it again.
Really? Why?
I think it might need some work.
Oh, which part?
For starters, your choice of the 7 Wonders of Manhattan didn't seem very original. I mean, the Empire State Building. Most of our readers could have come up with that one themselves.
Steph, the point of the article is to highlight classic New York experiences. Make the old new again.
Frankly, I didn't think you made anything seem new again. Your descriptions lack the vividness I know you can deliver. They sound like... I don't know.
What?
It's not what I'd hoped for.
Are you gonna run it?
I can't. Not like this.
I don't believe this.
Mark, I'm trying to be fair, but I have a standard to maintain.
Really? And I suppose this piece, Slandering Silicone, the Great Breast Implant Scare. I guess that meets your exalted criteria.
You wanted me to treat you like I would any other professional writer.
But as usual, you're treating me as the husband you can't stand to see succeed.
That is just not true. I knew this was a mistake, having you write for me. You can't separate the personal from the professional.
Maybe you're right. She hated it.
Who hated what?
Stephanie, she's not running my article.
What?
You know, I used to think she and I were soulmates. Now I don't even fit in her world anymore. Going to fancy benefits, living in a penthouse. I feel like I'm losing my identity. The truth is, I belong downtown. In a place like this with someone like you.
Well, you and your imagination better take a cab ride back uptown. Sounding a tad too domestic for me.
Come on, Carrie. Tell me you've never fantasized about us living together.
Living together? You're joking, right?
Oh, I see. Now you're the one who's playing hard to get,
Evidently, you don't realize what's happening.
What are you talking about?
You've gone and turned a hot affair into a suffocating obsession.
Now, wait a minute. I need you right now.
What you need is a reality check.
Okay. Is that all this was between us, huh? Just another one of your games?
Well, whatever it was, it's over.